Now, the plastic quality in general isn't that good. Then we have the main trigger. It is an ergonomic joy to hold. The stock is almost perfect. Hello everyone, Brigosaurus227. Today we're going to be doing a review on the Nerf in-series Sprinter, the first and only flywheeler at the moment that has released it in series. Is it any good? Let's find out. Included is the blaster itself, 16 round in-series mag, instructions, and 16 in-series darts. Alright, getting into the overview, starting with the grip. The grip is really good. It's basically a carbon copy of all of the other in-series grips. They seem to have a standard grip for most of the blasters in the series, which I respect. And it is a really good grip. Now, the thumb hole right here kind of cramps it a little bit. It's about the same as the Moto Blitz. In fact, it's like exactly the same as the Moto Blitz. So if you don't like the Moto Blitz's thumb hole stock, you're not going to like this one. But it's basically the same as that. Right here we have the rev trigger. Now, the rev trigger isn't the best. It sticks out a little bit, but it's not uncomfortable by any means. It will work just fine. It's actually a pretty decent rev trigger. Then we have the main trigger. Oh my goodness. We'll get to that in a little bit here. Right up here we have the foregrip thing, and there seems to be like a hole to put your thumb through, I guess, which I don't know why. It's like, it's not really comfortable when you put your thumb through it, and it feels weird. It's better just to put your hand like this on the outer part of the grip, and it feels just fine. It's a little cramped, but like it doesn't hurt your hand at all, and it's a good place to rest your hand. There's no in-strike barrel lug. This is an in-series blaster. However, like in-series dart can fit through an in-strike barrel, so why aren't they doing in-strike barrel lugs? Like, they only have one blaster, and it's not even technically an actual in-strike barrel. It's just stupid. Right up here we have an in-strike tactical rail. Very nice. You want to put an optic on there. The real legends are putting their tactical machete on there though. Okay, that is just objectively terribly cool. Moving on to the other side, we have an access door right here, jam door. It's a little cramped, but it works just fine. We have a single sling mount here, which is kind of weird that they only did really one, and it's really tiny. There needs to be more sling mounts. This kind of works. No, it doesn't. There's not enough sling mounts in this blaster, and that is disappointing. The main stock is absolutely perfection. It's actually better than the original Rayven stock. It's just a nice, flat, round edge, and it feels so comfy. It's a really good length. It's longer than the Rayven stock. It's just the perfect length for a stock. The mag removal and insertion is really nice and smooth. As with the pinpoint, this one's a little bit smoother though. The mag itself is really well made. It's also compatible with the pinpoint, and the pinpoint mags are compatible with this blaster. However, in my testing, the pinpoint mags seem to have feeding issues in the Sprinter, which kind of sucks. But the mag itself is really nice, really well made. It feels like an in-strike mag. That's how good it feels. The overall design of the blaster is really nice. I really like the blue and green. It almost looks like it doesn't, the camera doesn't do justice to how good this neon green looks on here. It's just absolutely beautiful and complements the blue perfectly. It looks way better in person than it does like just straight up on here. But my favorite part about the design is this blaster is completely symmetrical, which makes it one of my favorite blasters. One problem with blasters like the Rayven, Strife, and almost every other semi-automatic flywheeler or even full-auto flywheeler Hasbro has made, they're just not like symmetrical. They're always asymmetrical. They always have something off to them. Little parts are sticking out on one side and there's none on the other. This is just perfectly flat and just perfectly lined up. And the best part is they didn't sacrifice anything like regarding the internals. You can still open this up and all the internals are on one side and easy access. It's not like it's connected to one half of the shell like some other blasters are, like the Storm Charger or Moto Blitz. Now, the plastic quality in general isn't that good, and I hate to say that, but it's more in line with Elite 2.0. I wouldn't say quite Alpha Strike level, but here's where this completely excels. So this is the Moto Blitz, a very good blaster, but my biggest problem with it is not its plastic quality. It actually has solid plastic quality for an Elite 2.0 blaster. It's how the plastic is built. It allows flex in the shell like that. That's not good. Plastic's not well connected together, not well built. They cut corners and made it a cheap feeling blaster, even though the individual plastic quality is good. This has worse plastic quality than the blaster, but the way they put it together and built it makes it a whole lot more sturdier. You're not able to bend it. It feels like rock solid. Nothing feels like it's gonna break off, and like it's just really well built and real well put together. So while the individual parts of the shell are cheaper and kind of cheap in nature, they're still put together really, really good. In fact, I could throw this off the roof of my house from 25 feet up, and it would be perfectly fine. In fact, let's do that now. Ugh. Look at that view. So this is about 25, maybe 30 feet in the air. Can't give you exact measurements. You're gonna have to take my word on it. And this is the Sprinter. Let's go take a look. I really hope it actually didn't break. My goodness, is this a beautiful day or what? Holy cow. Oh my good. Okay, I gotta go back. I'm getting distracted. This fall weather. Oh, I wish it stayed like this every day. Also, that's where the hobby single-handedly got destroyed by Karen. Okay, wait, my blaster's still down there. I gotta see if it's okay. Okay, here we go. There's the Sprinter, and there's where I threw it from. Big drop. Oh, shoot. Chat, we might be cooked. This was stupid. Son of a big businessman. Guys, we're gonna try to save it, okay? Come on. Come on. I think it might be okay. Hold on. Let's check the batteries. I'm gonna save you. Don't worry. Okay, the batteries, I think we're just knocked out of place. We might be good, chat. Oh, shoot. Okay, we're gonna find out here. Oh, that's not good. Yes! It worked! Yeah! Yes! Whoa! And as you can see, it's perfectly fine. I'm actually doing a jump cut, so I really don't know if it survived. But my point is the build quality is really, really good, and it makes up for the plastic quality. If this is how Nerf is going to cut costs, then I'm all for it. As long as it's a sturdy feeling blaster, I don't care about the quality of the plastic, just how the quality of the build is. And another great thing is the internals are made really well too. To operate the blaster, you want to take a look at the battery door right here. Take a Phillips screwdriver and just unscrew it. Take out your magazine, then take some of your in-series darts, load them in. The biggest problem with loading the mag is that if you accidentally put a dart in backwards, which I just did because I'm a stupid dingus, but if you do that, it is an absolute pain in the rear end to get out. All right, there we go. Load your mag into the blaster. Now, one thing you do want to know, once you do put your mag in and you try to take it out, if there's still ammo in it, there'll be a couple loose rounds and they're just going to fall out like that because it has like the same kind of mag as, like, you know, a rival mag. Hold down the rev trigger. For stock AA's, it revs up pretty quickly and it has a pretty loud rev. Pull the trigger. And that trigger, oh my goodness, this trigger is really good. This is one of the best triggers Hasbro's ever made. I'd put it like right behind the double punch. It's not that quite as good as the double punch trigger in my opinion, and it's not as good as the Hailfire trigger, but this is by far the best bullpup trigger Hasbro's ever made, and just one of their best triggers in general. It's so smooth, it's so snappy. Oh my gosh, I could use this trigger all day. And it makes finger tapping really easy. I'm terrible at doing that, but yeah, you could do a really good job with that. I have not experienced a single jammer malfunction with this blaster that wasn't user error. And that's just kind of like the stuff you usually get with bullpups like the Rayven. It doesn't happen as much with this, but I've had it happen like twice where the trigger kind of locks up a bit. That's happened with every bullpup I have. It's not a big deal. Other than that, and me putting the darts in backwards, I have not had a single jammer malfunction with this blaster. I still do not have a chronograph, so I can't get the exact FPS, but from other reviews I've seen, this gets from 80 to 90 FPS, which is right in that like sweet spot for me. I really like that FPS range. But here's the real question. N-Series has kind of been inconsistent when it comes to accuracy. Does this shoot accurately with N-Series darts? Well, let's take it to the range and find out. Already out here with the Sprinter with fresh batteries and fresh N1 darts. Let's see how well it does. Alrighty, we got very accurate shots, which is great. Let's try fire a little bit faster with the remainder 8 shots. Really, really good groupings for N1 darts. In fact, with this blaster, like, you're getting about the same groupings as you would get with the Venture Force Waffle Heads or X-Shot Insanity darts. With the Sprinter in particular, it's more accurate than any other N-Series blaster, and it actually does the N1 darts justice. This kind of proves my whole theory all along, that the darts themselves are not bad. It's literally the blasters that are causing the inaccuracy and inconsistencies. The darts themselves, when fired from the right blaster, are almost laser beam accurate. Let's take a look at the full groupings and the range. We have the lowest dart sitting at just a hair over 48 feet. There is an airplane up there. Where's the airplane? Show me the airplane. You're making the sound. At least let me see the cool airplane. Come on, guys. This is a ripoff. You hear airplane noises, it ruins your video, and there's nowhere. Also, why is the sky more blue than usual? That's weird. I mean, I know it's off topic, but look at this fall weather. My goodness, this is beautiful. Oh my goodness, guys, look at that. That is a work of art. I'm taking a picture. That's my new computer background. Okay, back to the video. We have another few N1 darts at 50 feet. A few more, 51 feet, 52. It's kind of all in the general same area. Again, really good precision. And as you can see, the grouping is like insane. A couple more at 54 feet. And the 2 furthest darts at 57. Again, really, really good groupings and really good ranges. I'm impressed. So what are my thoughts on the N-Series Sprinter? Well, I have a few complaints, and these are minor complaints. My first complaint isn't even the fall of the blaster, it's just that I don't really like this mag system. While sure it is very easy and efficient to load, it's probably the best part about this whole mag system. The biggest problem is that darts will fall out if you don't fully empty the magazine. And that can be an issue, especially if you want to keep your darts in the mag, but you still want to take it out. That can be an issue. Rival has the same problem, and the Ultra Speed had the same problem. But again, that's not the blaster's fault, that's just a complaint I have with the series in general. Another little complaint is the plastic quality could be a bit better, but as you see, the way it's put together and how well it's built, this thing can take a lot of damage and a lot of abuse. I threw it from 30 feet in the air, and that was rocky ground. You didn't really see it that well, but that's very rocky ground. It's covered in leaves and stuff, but again, barely a scratch on this thing. I actually don't even see any scratches, which is unbelievable. So it's obviously built pretty well, despite the individual parts of the plastic shells being kind of cheap. It's put together in an extremely good manner that makes it basically built like a truck while still having, Elite 2.0 level plastic quality. Should they have done higher quality plastic? Yes, Hasbro shouldn't be cutting corners on anything, but that's the world we live in. And with the plastic quality they did a fantastic job with putting it together. One little small complaint is this thumb hole thing here for the grip is just really weird. It works for the Evader, it does not work for this. That's a small complaint. That's really the only complaints I have. Everything else I have to say about this blaster is absolutely amazing. It is an ergonomic joy to hold. The stock is almost perfect. The grip is really good. The trigger is the best part of the blaster, and yes, it still works. I just took the batteries out. And one of the best things about it is it has a lot of mod potential. In fact, you can get worker smooth wheels, I believe, and then a half dart adapter, and this thing takes Talon mags and shoots them like a champ. So do I recommend it? If you are wanting to get into N-Series and want a blaster, like a good start-off blaster, this is what you got to get. This is the best one by far. It's the most accurate. It's like the most smoothly operating bullpup in general. In fact, I would say if it weren't for the fact that this was a new dart type that isn't, into the hobby as much, I would say this comes close to even being better than the Rayven. I am not kidding when I say that.
How dare you!
But as far as the operating system and how efficient it is for a bullpup, this is by far the best bullpup. It works so well. It's so efficient. It's so just so well designed. And shooting at the ranges it does, at the accuracy it does, this is a really compelling option, to the point where I'm actually going to buy more of these mags if I can, because I really, I mean, I really want to run this thing in a Nerf war. So, you know, Nerf, Hasbro, please make separate mags, or I'm going to have to buy a whole bunch of sprinters, which is probably what you want me to do, Hasbro. It's probably Karen's fault. It is not my fault. No, it is your fault. It is 100% your fault. No, it isn't. Good grief. So as for my personal rating, I'm giving this thing a full-on 9 out of 10. That is my personal opinion, my personal rating. As far as a recommendation goes, if you're wanting an in-series blaster, this is the way to go. If you don't mind that this is in-series and you're looking for a good bullpup, this is the way to go. If you're looking to mod a blaster to shoot short darts and it specifically has to be a flywheeler, then go for this one. This is a really good platform for multiple different things. It is kind of the new Rayven, and while it's not better than the Rayven per se, it is, I think, a good successor to the Rayven. Just not entirely better for a few reasons. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review of the Nerf in-series Sprinter. This blaster is just so nice. I really like this thing. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.
My junk drawer, my junk drawer. So many things, I don't know what they're for, but I won't let it go. No, I will add more useless little things to my junk drawer.